Hello YouTubers, this is Chris, and what we're going to do today is change the differential drive mechanism on a older Ariens tractor unit. Usually they're associated with the Sno-Thro. It's a model 910962. This is the old 60s and 70s version. And so what I mean by differential is not this here. When you think of differential, people on these snowblowers, they think of this this gear unit here that drives the augers. But that's not the differential. I'm going to show you what the differential is. So we flip this up on the side here, and what the symptoms of a bad differential are that you'll see one wheel. You'll notice it doesn't drive, it doesn't engage when you're when you have the gears engaged to go forward. One wheel is all right, and trust me, it's not a sheared pin or anything like that. There's no shear pin in here. It's not meant to work like that. Shear pins are only in the auger assembly down here. So right here, this rather innocuous looking gear is actually a differential. And if you don't believe me, right here from factory Ariens Incorporated in Brillion, Wisconsin is a differential assembly. And this is, it's got their name on it, so I know what they're talking about. And what we're going to do is remove the wheel here, and I'll show you how to replace this apparatus to get your antique snowblower back in full working shape. So to get the wheel off, it's really just held on by a cotter pin here, and I am going to remove that, and following removal of the wheel, we will go on to the next step. I have to put this down because I cannot pinch this cotter pin and hold the camera at the same time. So that being said, the pin, the flanges are flattened. It should come right out of here, and out it comes. We'll just remove the washers here, a little friction washer, and the wheel should just come right off. Put that over here. So now what we have to do is slide this shaft all the way out this way to allow this this gear to drop off, this differential. It won't impact any of these other drive components. They're all mounted through various bushings along here. So to do that, we have to remove this. It's a shear pin right here. So there's just a bolt head there and a nut there. And when that's removed, this whole wheel and assembly will slide this way. And we have to go just enough to bring this end of the shaft to about here, and then this differential will drop right out. And that's our next target point. So what I have done is I've dropped a 10mm open-end wrench on the top here. And of all the most ridiculous things, considering I found this snowblower at the dump, it's not even a bolt. It's just a screw that's holding that on. But this is what we're going to do to remove this. I don't know if it's a shear pin or just a bolt. It probably doesn't really need to be a shear pin. It seems kind of extreme for just the wheels. I can see it on the auger, but we're holding that on there. We're just going to spin that right off there. It's still holding. All right. Okay. So that being said, put that here, and we should be able to slide this wheel out just enough, this whole axle, to allow the old differential to drop out. And there it is. Yeah, just looks like a basic gear, but I had actually tested this before and it's slipping. So what we're going to do is put a brand new one in, which shocks me because I usually don't spend any money on dump stuff. I usually take dump stuff and I put it into dump stuff, but this is a machine worth preserving. So we'll get that part and put that in right now. So here's the new differential here. It's Ariens part number 512020000. And this is compared to the old one. And there's no really indicator which way it goes. There's no arrows. It's unidirectional. So what we'll do is just slide this in here. So now that we have this positioned on here, and you want to make sure if any washers or spacers had come off, that they're positioned there as well. We have the wheel on the shaft going right through the gear, the differential. And then you're just going to take the wheel here and kind of tap it right through. And that's it. So it's engaged. Next thing we'll do is replace the this little shear pin here. So you just want to obviously line the hole up and drop that through like so. There it is. And then we have to just drop this in. Put this nut back on, like so, and tighten that unit all up. So the last thing we have to do now, everything is all assembled here and tightened up, is to put the wheel back on. And this just, you can see this is toothed right here. This is what engages with the inside of the differential. As you can see on the old one, it is toothed on the inside. And you want to push that through. Until that slides all the way in. So with that order of business done, now you'll notice that the wheels are engaged by the differential. When you engage the clutch when it's running, they will both go the same direction, but it allows you the turning by the differential capability here. So the last order of business is to just put the cotter pin back on here. So we'll put the washer on first, and procedurally, I would buy a new cotter pin, but having invested enough money in this enterprise for a dump-picked snowblower, I'll just reuse this one, because I also don't feel like driving to the hardware store to do this. And that's it. You just kind of flare this out. And you're good to go. So we'll just put this back down. And soon it'll be winter. And it'll be ready for business. So there you go, the old 7 horsepower brought back to life with a new differential. Cheers, everybody. Happy viewing.